lay far below the surface of the optimistic bay. There's a sharp taste in juice and the fiber and the vein, sucking up the essence of the sorrow and the rain. I dug into the garden just to see what I could find, and not a dark intention in the cellar of the mind. It's a stubborn kind of plant that refuses to be killed, growing in the places where the liquid has been spilled. The flower might be pretty, but the source is very deep, waking up the demons that were meant to stay asleep. It's a bitter root gripping on the stone, the hardest kind of wisdom that a human's ever known. It twists and it turns in the darkness of the soil, the product of a lifetime and a prehistoric toil. I've tried to pull it out with a shovel and a chain, but it's anchored to the bedrock in the center of the brain. You have to learn to live with the flavor of the bite if you want to walk the distance of the extra little mile. There's a tonic in the poison if you measure it just right, to help you find the courage in the middle of the fight. It's the medicine of honesty, the therapy of grit, a slow burning fire in the center of the pit. Everything that's beautiful has a dark and dirty start, deep inside the chambers of a monumental heart. It's a bitter root gripping on the stone, the hardest kind of wisdom that a human's ever known. It twists and it turns in the darkness of the soil, the product of a lifetime and a prehistoric toil. It's the foundation of the spirit, it's the anchor of the soul, the only part of nature that is truly in control. Tangled deep secrets we keep. It's a bitter root gripping on stone, the hardest kind of wisdom that a human's ever known. It twists and it turns in the darkness of the soil, the product of a lifetime and a prehistoric toil. Bitter taste, don't let it go to waste. Rooted down. The sun is just a ghost with a pale and hidden face. I'm walking through the vapors of a dream that wouldn't end, looking for the silhouette of a long-lost friend. The hills are wrapped in cotton, the valley's in a shroud. I'm standing in the center of a low-lying cloud. The dampness is a comfort, a chill upon the skin, before the noisy business of the daylight can begin. Everything is muffled, every color is a blur, like the soft vibration of a secret being whispered to her in the misty morning, where the edges disappear. Nothing is quite certain, nothing is quite clear. Beautiful deception of the light and of the air, finding all the magic that is hiding everywhere. I've spent my life in neon, I've spent my life in glare, but I prefer the mystery of the moisture in the air. It's a natural protection from the harshness of the view. Everything is ancient and everything is new. The trees are tall cathedrals in the middle of the haze, lost inside the rhythm of these slow and quiet days. I'll brew a pot of herbal tea and sit upon the stone, feeling quite connected while I'm standing all alone. The barometer is falling as the temperature descends in this liquid garden where the horizon starts and ends. In the misty morning, where the edges disappear, nothing is quite certain, nothing is quite clear. A beautiful deception of the light and of the air, finding all the magic that is hiding everywhere. Wait for the evaporation of the heavy-hearted gray, but don't be in a hurry to chase the fog away. The clarity is overrated, the sharpness is a lie. Better just to wander underneath the milky sky. Soft white, gentle light in the misty morning, where the edges disappear. Nothing is quite certain, nothing is quite clear. Beautiful deception of the light and of the air, finding all the magic that is hiding everywhere. Misty morning, no warning, fading away. folded neatly in a dusty drawer, the kind of souvenir you don't want anymore. Creased and crinkled by the weight of time, searching for a reason in a nursery rhyme.
One little spark could turn it all to ash in the sudden light of a lightning flash. I made a fiber and a thin white ink, standing on a ledge where the spirits sink.
Don't squeeze too tight or the edges might tear, floating away on a breath of chilly air. It's just a paper heart, fragile and thin, keeping the cold from the hollow within. Handle with care if you want it to last, a brittle reminder of a beautiful past.
I got the calligraphy of every scar, written by the movement of a falling star.
Water would dissolve the words I bled, leaving only blank white sheets instead.
The wind is blowing through the open gate,
tempting the fingers of an unkind fate.
but paper can be stronger than the steel,
if you believe in the way that it can feel. Ink is the blood of a writer's lonely soul, trying to make the fragmented story whole. It's just a paper heart, fragile and thin, keeping the cold from the hollow within. Handle with care if you want it to last, a brittle reminder of a beautiful past. Uneven and odd, thin and white, afraid of the light. It's just a paper heart, fragile and thin, keeping the cold from the hollow within. Handle with care if you want it to last, a brittle of a beautiful past.
paper heart drifting down
In the quiet town,
fragile thing.
is turning charcoal, and the air is getting thick. The lightning is a jagged and a terrifying trick.
I'm sitting on the swing
with a glass of lemonade, watching how the colors of the afternoon fade.
The dust is kicking up, and the screen door starts to bang to the rhythm of the blues
that the lonely elders sang.
I grab my old Gibson and I tune it to the wind, letting all the chaos
of the atmosphere begin. The barometer is shaking and the roof is starting to moan. The loudest kind of silence that I've ever really known. On a stormy porch, waiting for the rain to wash away the worry and the residue of pain. Let the thunder rumble through the marrow of the bone, while we watch the weather from our wooden weathered throne.
The first drop hits the railing with a heavy silver thud, turning all the dry earth into a riverbed of mud.
I'm playing for the clouds and I'm playing for the gale, a melody of thunder that will never ever fail. The hanging plants are dancing in a frantic wild display, losing all the heat of a long and humid day. I'll wrap myself in flannel and I'll listen to the roar, safe behind the threshold of the sturdy oaken door. Electric in the fingers, electric in the sky, watching all the heavy-headed tempers passing by. On a stormy porch, waiting for the rain to wash away the worry and the residue of pain. Let the thunder rumble through the marrow of the bone, while we watch the weather from our wooden weathered throne.
Nature's got a symphony that's better than our own, a composition written
On a monumental stone.
Don't run for the cellar,
Don't run for the cellar,
don't run for the light,
don't run for the light
just witness all the glory
of the chaotic night.
boom, crack.
No turning back on a stormy porch, waiting for the rain to wash away the worry and the residue of pain. Let the thunder rumble through the marrow of the bone, through the marrow footprints frozen in a sea of silent white. Tranquility is heavy in the middle of the night. No atmosphere to carry the sound of a cry. Just the empty hollow of an endless black sky.
I'm kicking up the powder of 1,000 falling stars, light years away from Mercury and Mars.
The gravity is gentle,
a feather on the chest.
Finally the traveler can find a place to rest. Weightless and wandering through the cosmic debris, searching for a shore on a crater-filled sea. Lunar dust, silver and so cold, a story of the universe that's never been told. Glittering on the surface of a lonely spinning sphere, wiping out the memory of every human fear.
I've looked back at the planet, a marble of blue, thinking of the chaos that we put each other through. But up here the silence is a holy kind of thing. Listen to the vacuum and the song it doesn't sing.
Fine gray velvet on the ridges of the dark, waiting for the ignition of a celestial spark. My shadow is a giant on the desolation plain, far beyond the reaching of the sorrow and the rain.
The sun is just a beacon in the distance so far,
guided by the vibration of a prehistoric star. Lunar dust, silver and so cold, a story of the universe that's never been told. Glittering on the surface of a lonely spinning sphere, wiping out the memory of every human fear.
we're just particles of light in a vacuum of time.
Trying to find the rhythm and a universal rhyme.
Leave no trail behind you, let the traces disappear
Into the vastness of the ancient frontier, floating slow, nowhere to go. Lunar dust, silver and so cold, a story of the universe that's never been told. The destination is completely out of view,
parallel to everything I used to know.
watching the seasons and the garden grow.
I'm a constant motion in a single plane, ignoring the pleasure and ignoring the pain.
Velocity is steady
And the path is clear,
leaving the wreckage of the yesteryear.
no turning back to the left or the right,
Chasing the horizon through the neon light. In a linear drift, sliding through the day, watching the colors as they turn to gray. A constant vibration in the middle of the road, carrying a heavy and a hidden load.
The geometry of life is a cruel design when you're stuck on the border of a finish line. I've been a circle and I've been a square, now I'm just an arrow in the chilly air.
The perspective is narrow, but the focus is sharp. Listen to the tension on the electric heart. Don't look at the houses or the passing trees, just follow the scent of the salty seas. Momentum is a ghost that will never sleep. Promises are easier for a drifter to keep. In a linear drift, sliding through the day, watching the colors as they turn to gray. A constant vibration in the middle of the road, carrying a heavy and a hidden load.
Is there an ending to this long-distance track?
Are we just echoes that are never coming back?
The mathematics of the soul are quite complex,
Wondering exactly what is coming up next. Keep moving, keep straight. Don't hesitate. In a linear drift, sliding through the day, watching the colors as they turn to gray. A constant vibration in the middle of the road, carrying a heavy and a hidden load. Drifting on until the dawn is gone. Linear flow. Transparency The city is shrinking like a toy on the floor as we climb toward the ceiling of a million-story door.
I'm looking through the walls at the world down below, watching the ants and the traffic light glow. It's a vertical journey in a crystalline box, breaking the chains and the heavy-duty locks.
Going up, going higher than the eagles can fly, touching the belly of the electric blue sky. In a glass elevator, suspended in the light, ascending the tower in the middle of the night. Smooth as a whisper and fast as a dream, a silver reflection in a vertical stream.
The lobby is a memory, the street is a ghost. I'm heading for the summit where I'm needed the most.
No stops in the middle, no buttons to press, escaping the pressure and the modern day stress.
The clouds are rushing past like a high-speed train,
washing the windows of the sorrow and the rain.
I can see the curvature of the earth's lonely face
from the silent comfort of this elevated space. Don't look down, just look at the view. Everything's changing and everything's new. In a glass elevator, suspended in the light, ascending the tower in the middle of the night. Smooth as a whisper and fast as a dream, a silver reflection in a vertical stream. Of a mechanical will, going up to the top. In a glass elevator, suspended in the light, ascending the tower in the middle of the night. Smooth as a whisper and fast as a dream, a silver reflection in a vertical stream. Higher and higher, leaving the fire. Glass elevator. The sky is turning charcoal and the air is getting thick. The lightning is a jagged and a terrifying trick. I'm sitting on a swing with a glass of lemonade, watching how the colors of the afternoon fade.
The dust is kicking up and the screen door starts to bang to the rhythm of the blues that the lonely elders sang. I'll grab my old Gibson and I'll tune it to the wind, letting all the chaos of the atmosphere begin. The barometer is shaking and the roof is starting to moan, the loudest kind of silence that I've ever really known. On a stormy porch, waiting for the rain to wash away the worry and the residue of pain. Let the thunder rumble through the marrow of the bone while we watch the weather from my wooden weathered throne. Drop hits the railing with a heavy silver thud, turning all the dry earth into a riverbed of mud. I'm playing for the clouds and I'm playing for the gale, a melody of thunder that will never ever fail. The hanging plants are dancing in a frantic wild display, losing all the heat of a long and humid day. I'll wrap myself in flannel and I'll listen to the roar, safe behind the threshold of the sturdy oaken door. Electric in the fingers, electric in the sky, watching all the heavy-headed tempests passing by. On a stormy porch, waiting for the rain to wash away the worry and the residue of pain. Let the thunder rumble through the marrow of the bone while we watch the weather from our wooden weathered throne. No turning back. On a stormy porch, waiting for the rain to wash away the worry and the residue of pain. Let the thunder rumble through the marrow of the bone while we watch the weather from our wooden weathered throne. Pouring down on the wood, doing what the water should. Stormy porch. Lying in the moss, where the dampness starts to seep, secrets in the timber that the forest used to keep. The center has been eaten by the insects and the thyme.
A weathered sanctuary in the middle of the
I'm a fallen giant with a belly full of air,
echoing the whispers
of a long forgotten prayer. The bark is thick and rugged,
but the heart is gone away.
Just a shell of timber
in the cooling of the day, resonating loudly with the thunder and the rain. A wooden resonator for the pleasure and the pain. It's a hollow love, a drum for the wind, where the ending of the story is about to begin.
Nothing on the inside
but the shadows and the ghost in the quiet places where we're needed the most.
I've used it as a bridge across a muddy little stream, walking on the fragments of a prehistoric dream. It's stronger than it looks and it's older than it seems, held together only by the sunlight and the beams. The squirrels and the foxes have a kingdom in the dark, sheltered from the furnace of a summer-scented spark. I'll sit upon the surface and I'll listen to the ground, tracing all the ripples of a subterranean sound. Empty, but it's heavy with the wisdom of the earth, a cavern of a spirit for a monumental birth. It's a hollow love, a drum for the wind, where the ending of the story is about to begin. Nothing on the inside
but the shadows and the ghost in the quiet places where we're needed the most. You can hear the echo when you knock upon the side, a place for all the memories and the honesty to hide. It doesn't need a blossom and it doesn't need a leaf to be the perfect vessel for a temporary grief. Thump, thump over the hump. It's a hollow log, a drum for the wind, where the ending of the story is about to begin.
Nothing on the inside
but the shadows and the ghost in the quiet places where we're needed the most. Wooden drum, listen reaction to the mercy of a chance.
North is just a memory, south is just a lie.
Underneath the hollow of a starless indigo sky,
I got the brass casing in the cracked glass face, a relic of a journey that I never can erase. The magnets have surrendered to the iron in the ground, searching for a silence that is never quite found.
no true orientation,
No
steady point of light, just wandering the canyons in the middle of the night. It's a broken compass in a trembling hand, mapping out the borders of an undiscovered land. The path is gone and the landmarks are all wrong, but we're still moving to the rhythm of a lonely song.
I followed every map that the experts ever drew,
Only to find out
that none of them were true.
I'll throw away the chart
And I'll throw away the scale,
and let the wind determine where I'm gonna set the sail.
the magnetism's faded like an old forgotten flame.
Everything looks different, but the shadows stay the same.
I'm trusting in the intuition buried in the bone,
Finding that I'm better off just walking all alone. Lost is just a word for a soul that's finally free to drift upon the surface of an uncharted sea. It's a broken compass in a trembling hand, mapping out the borders of an undiscovered land. The path is gone and the landmarks are all wrong, but we're still moving to the rhythm of a lonely song.
maybe there's a wisdom in not knowing where to go,
Letting all the mystery and the secret feelings grow.
you don't need a heading when you're already right here.
Standing in the center of a monumental year, spinning around, the lost is found. It's a broken compass in a trembling hand, mapping out the borders of an undiscovered land. The path is gone and the landmarks are all wrong, but we're still moving to the rhythm of a lonely song. Which way is home?
No need to roam.
Broken compass. The hearth is cold and the logs have turned to ash. The ghostly glow from a long forgotten flash,
I'm blowing on the grave,
with a desperate kind of breath, looking looking for a pulse in the middle of this death.
One tiny orange eye is staring from the soot, tangled in the shadows at the chimney's soot-black foot. It's a stubborn little survivor of the massive roaring blaze,
a flicker of the passion from our incandescent days,
feeding it with
whispers in the dry leaves of the fall, trying to paint a light upon the darkening bedroom wall. It's a cinder spark
dancing on the edge,
a glowing little promise,
a microscopic pledge.
not enough to burn the house, but enough to see the way to the early morning borders of a resurrecting day.
I've seen the forest fire
And the furnace of the mill,
but the power of the small thing
is a greater kind of thrill.
it doesn't need a mountain
It doesn't need a pile
to carry all the essence.
of a holy ancient fire.
The winter's at the window,
And the frost is on the glass, watching all the heavy-hearted icy moments pass.
I'll shield it with my palm
From the draft beneath the door, until the warmth is spreading across the wooden floor.
the smallest bit of courage
Is the brightest thing of all,
standing in the wreckage
where the giant timbers fall. It's a cinder spark
dancing on the edge,
a glowing little promise,
a microscopic pledge.
not enough to burn the house, but enough to see the way to the early morning borders of a resurrecting day.
Don't let the oxygen go thin,
Or the spirit go to sleep
it's the only bit of magic.
that we're allowed to keep.
Nurture the vibrations,
Celebrate the tidy glow in the secret places where the embers like to grow. Glow, fade, the choice we made. It's a cinder spark dancing on the edge,
a glowing little promise.
a microscopic pledge. No, not enough to burn a house, but enough to see the way to the early morning borders of a resurrecting day. Keep it alive clouds are draped like fabric overhead. Across the valley where the light is spread,
a textile woven by the
cooling breeze, above the silhouettes of willow trees.
I'm drifting through this lavender expanse,
giving my weary heart a second chance.
The atmosphere is soft against my face,
a giant canvas in the depths of space.
no jagged seams or rough-edged lines today,
Just a seamless vault where the planets play. Oh, underneath the satin sky so wide, there's nowhere left for a soul to hide. A shimmering glow on a world of blue, touching the edges of me and you.
I've seen the thunder and the lightning strike,
The kind of fury that a man might like,
but now I crave the smoothness of the sheen,
a quiet beauty that is felt and seen.
the stars and needles piercing through
Through the cloth, attracting spirits like a silver moth.
the texture of the night is cool and deep.
Watching the city as it falls to sleep,
Wrap the horizon in a silk embrace,
wiping the worry from every human face. Oh, underneath the satin sky so wide,
there's nowhere left
for a soul to hide. A shimmering glow on a world of blue, touching the edges of me and you.
It doesn't matter if the sun goes down,
Or if the shadows overtake the town,
this canopy of light will never fray.
keeping the heavy-hearted ghosts at bay.
Silk
And air,
peace,
everywhere. Underneath the satin sky so wide,
there's nowhere left
for a soul to hide. A shimmering glow on a world of blue, touching the edges of me and you. Satin sky
stay a while.
across the final mile, soft and blue.  'Cause I love you. 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 surface of the optimistic day. There's a sharp taste and juice in the fiber and the vein, sucking up the essence of the sorrow and the rain.
I dug into the garden just to see what I could find, and not a dark intention in the cellar of the mind. It's a stubborn kind of plant that refuses to be killed, growing in the places where the liquid has been spilled.
The flower might be pretty, but the source is very deep, waking up the demons that were meant to stay asleep. It's a bitter root gripping on the stone, the hardest kind of wisdom that a human's ever known. It twists and it turns in the darkness of the soil, the product of a lifetime in a prehistoric toil.
I've tried to pull it out with a shovel and a chain, but it's anchored to the bedrock and the center of the brain. You have to learn to live with the flavor of the bile if you want to walk the distance of the extra little mile.
There's a tonic in the poison if you measure it just right, to help you find the courage in the middle of the fight. It's the medicine of honesty, the therapy of grit, a slow burning fire in the center of the pit. Everything that's beautiful has a dark and dirty star deep inside the chambers of a monumental heart. It's a bitter root gripping on the stone, the hardest kind of wisdom that a human's ever known. It twists and it turns in the darkness of the soil, the product of a lifetime in a prehistoric toil.
It's the anchor of the soul,
the only part of nature that is truly in control. Tangled deep, secrets we keep. It's a bitter root gripping on the stone, the hardest kind of wisdom that a human's ever known. It twists and it turns in the darkness of the soil, the product of a lifetime in a prehistoric toil. Bitter taste, don't let it go to waste. Root it down. forgotten country lane, burnished by the sunshine. by the rain. A lucky little token with a profile of a king. The only bit of fortune that the morning had to bring.
It's worth a lot of nothing in the markets of the rich, but it's enough to keep a man from falling in the ditch.
I flip it in the air just to see which way it lands. A piece of dusty copper in my calloused, trembling hands. Small change for a big world that's moving way too fast. A metallic reminder of a value built to last. Just a copper penny shining in the mud, tainted by the sweat and the spirit and the blood. It won't buy a kingdom or a mansion on the hill, but it's a tiny miracle that's worth $1 still.
I carried it in my pocket through the winters and the frost. The only thing I managed to keep when I was lost.
It's turned a little green at the edges of the rim, like a fading memory that's growing dark and dim. I'll trade it for a wish at the bottom of the well, a secret that the water is never gonna tell. Or I'll keep it as a treasure in a velvet-lined box, stronger than the iron and the heavy-duty locks.
1 cent for your thoughts in the middle of the night,
before the early arrival of the horizontal light. Just a copper penny shining in the mud, tainted by the sweat and the spirit and the blood. It won't buy a kingdom or a mansion on the hill, but it's a tiny miracle that's worth $1 still. Keep your diamonds and your bars of solid gold. I'll take the humble stories that the copper has to hold. It's been through 1,000 pockets and 1,000,000 different hands. A traveler of the alleys and the wide open lands. Heads up, tails down, the luck of the town. Just a copper penny shining in the mud, tainted by the sweat and the spirit and the blood. It won't buy a kingdom or a mansion on the hill, but it's a tiny miracle that's worth $1 still. Keep it in your shoe, lucky through and through. Copper penny. lying in the moss, where the dampness starts to seep, secrets in the timber that the forest used to keep.
The sinner has been eaten by the insects and the thyme,
a weathered sanctuary in the middle of the prime.
I'm a fallen giant with a belly full of air, echoing the whispers of a long-forgotten prayer.
The bark is thick and rugged, but the heart is gone away. Just a shell of timber in the cooling of the day, resonating loudly with the thunder and the rain. A wooden resonator for the pleasure and the pain. It's a hollow log, a drum for the wind, where the ending of the story is about to begin. Nothing on the inside but the shadows and the ghost in the quiet places where we needed the most.
I've used it as a bridge across a muddy little stream, walking on the fragments of a prehistoric dream.
It's stronger than it looks and it's older than it seems,
held together only by the sunlight and the beams.
The squirrels and the foxes have a kingdom in the dark, sheltered from the furnace of a summer-scented spark. I'll sit upon the surface and I'll listen to the ground, tracing all the ripples of a subterranean sound. Empty, but it's heavy with the wisdom of the earth, a cavern of a spirit for a monumental birth. It's a hollow log, a drum for the wind, where the ending of the story is about to begin. Nothing on the inside but the shadows and the ghosts in the quiet places where we needed the most. You can hear the echo when you knock upon the side, a place for all the memories and the honesty to hide. It doesn't need a blossom and it doesn't need a leaf to be the perfect vessel for a temporary grief. Thump, thump, over the hump. It's a hollow log, a drum for the wind, where the ending of the story is about to begin. Nothing on the inside but the shadows and the ghosts in the quiet places where we needed the most. Wooden drum, listen to it hum. Hollow log, across the valley where the light is spread, a textile woven by the cooling breeze, above the silhouettes of willow trees.
I'm drifting through this lavender expanse, giving my weary heart a second chance.
The atmosphere is soft against my face,
a giant canvas
in the depths of space. No jagged seams or rough-edged lines today, just a seamless vault where the planets play. Underneath the satin sky so wide, there's nowhere left for a soul to hide. A shimmering glow on a world of blue, touching the edges of me and you.
I've seen the thunder and the lightning strike, the kind of fury that a man might like.
But now I crave the smoothness of the sheen,
A quiet beauty that is felt and seen,
the stars and needles piercing through the cloth,
attracting spirits like a silver moth.
the texture of the night is cool and deep,
Watching the city as it falls to sleep.
wrap the horizon in a silk embrace, wiping the worry from every human face.